Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Homestead Quest. My name is Amanda, and today I thought it would be a good day to film an episode that was more centered on self-sustaining. So one of the many skills that you'll need on a homestead is being able to not only cultivate your own food, but be able to make certain things from scratch. One of my biggest goals is to become less of a consumer. I want to get to the point in my life one day where I no longer have to go to the grocery store to buy certain things, if anything. So today I thought it'd be a good episode to make some homemade butter. So believe it or not, I've never made homemade butter before, and it's a really easy, simple thing to make. So I figured that would be a really good place to start. And while I did buy the heavy whipping cream from the store, it would be one of my goals in the future to have a couple of dairy cows, and then I don't have to buy that kind of thing from the store. I would be milking my own cows, and then I would have my own heavy whipping cream, then making my own butter. And then that's just one less thing that I have to buy from the store. So if you have time and you want to, come along with me today and let's make some homemade butter. Okay, so the recipe for butter is super simple because really all you need is heavy whipping cream. I am going to add salt today because I'm going to make salted butter. You can also get really fancy with it too and make an herb butter, so you can put anything from rosemary to thyme, sage, whatever you want, and make a beautiful herbal butter. But today I'm just going to stick with simple salted butter because I've never done this before. First things first, we are just going to put our heavy whipping cream into a bowl. Alright guys, let's get started. So at this point, this is starting to get nice and thick. I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt now. I'm not sure if it was better to start at the beginning or not, but I'm not sure it makes too big of a difference. But I'm gonna go ahead and add maybe 2 tablespoons of salt. Okay, let's get back to mixing. Alright guys, so my beaters are starting to struggle a little bit. It's starting to get really hot. This is starting to get to the point where the butter and the buttermilk is about to separate. So I'm going to take half out and then keep beating the other half just so that this old girl doesn't like die out on me. Alright guys, we are getting very close. You see how we have this liquid down here? That's what buttermilk is. The buttermilk separated from the fat, which is the butter, so we're getting really close. Alright guys, I think that's good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the butter from the buttermilk. If you want to go to the next level of self-sustaining, go ahead and preserve that buttermilk. You can use it for a lot of different recipes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a plate and separate this out now. Alright, with clean hands, I'm just going to remove the butter, and oh my gosh, it is the texture of butter. You guys, look! I made butter! Alright guys, here is the butter. I'm so excited, but we are not quite done yet. So we still have some buttermilk in there, and we need to completely remove all of the buttermilk from this butter. This way it doesn't spoil quickly in the fridge. So we're gonna put it in an ice bath and clean it thoroughly, and then we'll be good to go. All right guys, here goes. Oh, it's cold on my hands. Oh. We're gonna dip it a couple more times. I'm just giving my hands a break. It's so cold. All right, I don't have those fancy butter paddles. I'm planning to get some, but we're just gonna use my wooden spoons for now. This is because you don't want the warmth of your hands to melt the butter. Similar to why you want to put it in an ice bath when you are trying to get the buttermilk completely removed. All right guys, here it is. It's the homemade butter. I'm so excited. This is my first time and I'm just stoked. I had to tell myself a couple times through this process to trust the process, because it did. It took me about 30 minutes to get the heavy whipping cream to this point to separate into the butter. And that is like 2 sticks of butter right there, if not more. I'm gonna grab a Ritz cracker and I'm gonna give it a try actually. Okay, so I thought I had Ritz crackers, but I don't. I'm just gonna take a tortilla chip here and give it a try. It's really good. It's nice and salty too, because if you guys remember, I added salt in the beginning. But that is good butter. Like, I will certainly use that this week. It is good, legitimate butter. So we did it, guys. Our first time making homemade butter at the Homestead Quest. All right, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Homestead Quest. I hope you enjoyed my first ever attempt at making some homemade butter, and I hope you all are taking your own first steps at self-sustaining just a little bit more. Thank you guys again so much for watching today. My name's Amanda. This is the Homestead Quest.